Hello and welcome to this watch review. Today I've got the blue variant of the Seiko 5 Sport line, the sort of evolution of the SKX as we know it for now. This is quite a nice looking watch, especially with that sunburst blue dial which really plays with the light. Really nice color scheme there with this navy blue aluminium bezel insert and NATO strap. This is the reference SRPD51K2, and I won't be going into huge amounts of detail with this review as I've already reviewed probably I think 3 other variants of this same model just in different dial colors and just general color schemes, bracelets they come on, etc. So if you're interested in this line of watches, have a look on my channel. And also please subscribe while you're here. Every little helps. I'd love to get up to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. So having a look around this watch, I'll give you some basic info. I'll show you some nice angles of that bright sunburst dial. And I'll actually put this on a Strapcode Jubilee as well, which I've just got. So stay tuned for that. So these are quickly becoming some of my favorite base watches for doing mods. This is actually going to become possibly a Yachtmaster style mod, which I've been planning. I've seen some lovely pictures on Instagram, on the Seiko mods forums and so on. So this blue dial is really nice. I like the fact that they haven't got too much printing on there. It's all applied markers. Let's just zoom in on that. It's all applied markers. It's got this dark blue chaptering, which really helps when setting the time accurately and reading the time accurately, actually. I really like the new kind of applied and framed indices that Seiko uses on these dials. I also find that the alignment is actually, well, it seems quite a bit better. This one is pretty much perfect. So that is kind of rare for Seiko, or especially the SKX line. So they've definitely improved a thing or two there. The bezels on these are aluminium. They've got this kind of silvery color. They don't have all the little dots all the way around. So it focuses from 12 to 20. Or 0 to 20 on the counting scale there. The case, of course, is the SKX style case with the nice little holes for removing the bracelets and so on, which I'm going to do very shortly. The bezel action, the sizes, it is 42.5 or about 43 diameter. I can't remember the thickness. I think it's around 13 or 14 mil thick. It's a hard Lex crystal. You know, it's pretty straightforward in terms of those specs. So on the back of the watch, you can't see it quite so clearly here, but I'll take it off this NATO in a minute. There is an exhibition case back, and it is the 4R36 movement. No screw down crown. You pull the crown and it stops the seconds. Much more accurate time setting, and then you do have your quick set date. This is the Arabic, or sorry, the Middle East market version, so it has the Arabic day of the week, and you can quick set the date there, and you can also hand wind this movement, which is nice. So it is an upgrade over the SKX in my opinion, and as long as you like these dials, which I think everyone will, it's well worth using as a base watch for any modification. So let's give it a wind. Actually, it's not been out of the box very long. So this NATO strap is quite a nice color blue, actually. It's really deep blue. It feels pretty good quality. I'm not a huge fan of NATO straps generally, but I'm starting to warm to them a bit. It's a reasonable length too, so even on my 7 3/4 inch wrist, let me try and pop it on. There we go. Even on my 7 3/4 inch wrist, he says, come on, there we go. It fits fairly well, but there is this little awkward flap at the top, which to me doesn't really look quite right like this. So it would have to tuck it in underneath, and you can get the fit. You can play with the fit a little bit on these straps. One thing I do notice is the clasp is way over to this side of my wrist, which actually makes it more comfortable, especially if you're typing or something. But may look or feel a little bit odd when you first put it on if you've got a larger wrist. But on the wrist it looks good. I really like this blue colour scheme. This is possibly my favourite of the new Seiko 5 Sport line in terms of the colours. One thing I'll say, if you are planning on modifying it, make sure you get a good quality crystal, because some sapphires can actually have relatively poor AR coating, which actually makes it less obvious, makes that that sunburst effect a bit less obvious. So let me pause the video here. I'm gonna swap out the strap to the Strapcode Oyster. I think it's called the, no, not the Oyster, sorry, the Jubilee, the Super J bracelet, which I've just got and I'm loving it. So I'm curious to see what it looks like on this. So here it is on the Strapcode Jubilee bracelet. This is the standard one, not the Angus one, which I think is a little too thick really, and it's got these awkward parts here on the end links, but this is the sort of traditional mod that people do, and I would highly recommend it. This is my first experience of a Strapcode bracelet actually. I'm ashamed to admit I haven't tried them before, but after seeing so many reviews and deciding I need to try a Jubilee. I've never even really worn a Jubilee bracelet, but this is awesome quality. And actually this as a watch, considering the watch itself, I think cost me around $180, and the bracelet was around $90 shipped here in the UAE. Together, this packs a lot of punch, just with a few small mods like a sapphire crystal and a ceramic bezel insert. This is a lot of watch for the money. And I think you'll agree it does look brilliant on this lovely flowing Jubilee style bracelet. Sorry, I do need to sort that bezel out because it's bothering me. There we go. So let's get it on the wrist, or in fact before that I can show you the case back more clearly now. It's got that nice exhibition case back on these Seiko 5 models, solid end links on the bracelet of course. We also have screws, so really easy to fit this yourself. The clasp is really nice quality as well, way better than the Seiko ones, and a huge number of adjustment there, so you'll always get a really good fit. That's probably about 2 links worth of adjustment in this clasp. It's not signed either, which I quite like, to be honest. It is a Miltat brand bracelet, but most people seem to get them from Strapcode. And awesome delivery from Strapcode, by the way. I received it within about 3 days of buying it, so really good. On the wrist, really simple to get on. It is looking really, really nice. It's so super comfortable bracelet, hugs the wrist well on a larger wrist as mine, which is about 7 3/4 inches. It really does the watch justice, I think. Way better than Seiko's offerings, highly recommended, easy to size, the perfect bracelet really for this watch. I think this is going to look awesome as a Yachtmaster style mod, which I'm going to be doing very soon. So let me get this loom charged up just to give you a quick loom shot, and then we'll close out the video. So that traditional super loom that Seiko uses on their dive style watches. This isn't officially a dive watch anymore, by the way. It's only a dive style, but awesome loom, really, really cool. And this reacts to sunlight instantly. So as soon as you've had like even 30 seconds of sun on this, you go into a well-lit room, it still glows up really, really well. Lovely watch, highly recommend this model. This is probably my favorite out of all of the Seiko 5s I reviewed, and this bracelet is definitely one I'll be adding probably to a lot of my watches in the future. Thank you for watching, guys. Please help me out by subscribing, liking the video, comment your questions, opinions and so on. Which one's your favorite? I've already got 4 of them in various points along my journey, so check out my other videos as well. Have a great day.